Why stay local?
From the clubs to the radio to the streets.
When you can go global. We are the all-new B100 World Hit Radio.
What's up, B100 World Hit Radio family? It's Kierra M, and I have a very special guest on the line with me. She goes by the name of Sherita Cherry. Hey, Sherita, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's a pleasure chatting with you today.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here.
Now, good. Now, before we get into Sherita now, bring our viewers up to speed with who you were before you entered the industry.
Oh, my God. I was a young girl from St. Louis, Missouri, relocated to Atlanta to go to this HBCU school. Once I got to Clark, so I was at Clark, and just like many other people that do hair, we start doing hair in the dorms. So I'm doing hair in the dorms, about to get put out.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, I have built, my clients built so fast because I kind of was raised in a hair salon, just, assisting and being the shampoo girl. So the clients built so fast. We had posters all over the place on the university. They called me in the dean's office and said, I'm going to have to stop doing hair. That's I'm going to get put out of school.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. So I ended up getting a job at a hair salon as a shampoo assistant.
Okay. And that's how it all came together. From that, you just decided you were going to expand your brand and keep it going.
And keep it going. I had to finish college. My mom made me go to college. Like most, as I'm talking to stylists now, they're like, my mom wanted me to go to college, and my mom did too. And I really thank God for that value now, because it is important. And I did finish college, and once I finished college, I had already had a full clientele, and I think I graduated in May and went to take my state board in November of that year. Oh yes, God. I was locked in by then.
That's amazing. Now, you received an award by Mayor Kasim Reed for your commitment to mentoring young girls. I'm actually in the process of starting my own nonprofit for young women as well, but I want you to talk a little bit more about that, your involvement with them, and why it's so important to you.
Well, I had been doing the mentorship, so I wasn't even, because what I was doing was hiring young girls to come be my shampoo assistant in the salon, answer the phones, just doing things around the salon. And it was actually people that I knew who had kids that may have needed extra money. So I kind of fell into that mentorship. It just became a natural for me. But then it became a blessing because I saw a lot of those girls evolve into young ladies. And so as I started doing that, Kasim is a friend of ours, so he noticed a lot of things that I was doing in the industry as well, and I was recognized actually by his somebody submitted my name. I'm trying to think. I think it was a client of the salon submitted my name for the Phoenix Award because they're like, you do so much to give back. And I just love giving back. And now I think for me, it's the transformation that I like to see.
Yeah.
That's what gets me excited because you have a girl with no hope, no dreams. Because, growing up, somebody might have told her that won't happen for you. I tried it. It's impossible. And then when I take them under my wing and I just give them so much inspiration, I give them a vision. I constantly, what drew me was pictures of my success. So as I started mentoring girls, I would always imagine you here. This is what it would look like. You tell me what you see as your success. And, they started seeing these pictures, then they actually started walking in it. So I didn't realize at that time I was building up confidence. I was building up self-esteem. But it just was became a natural because, I remember when I was there.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was going to say to you. A lot of times, when we become successful, we forget that we were once in that position. And I've witnessed over the years a lot of people closing the door or not wanting to give back, forgetting that they were once that person. So I think it's very important to encourage and help these young people.
Yes, and they need it so much because, of course, I'm always saying we got a new beast on the scene, which is the internet. Mm-hmm. So now, there's all kind of images that become your role model. So I just think it's very important to stay touchable, stay transparent, even though, we do have the internet. But however, I just like being hands-on and getting involved, letting them know that this is what it looks like in real life.
Yeah, now is your mentoring just focused or your niche with just young girls who want to break into the hair industry, or is it more broad?
Well, that's how it started, with just wanting to break in the hair industry. But now, I have a daughter. I have a 21-year-old daughter myself. So all of her friends, I just kind of mentored them.
Wow.
So now I think it's just, this stuff kind of fell in my lap where I just kind of walk into these things. And so now I just want to inspire anybody, and I want to inspire the women, because that is my niche, is women. And I'm really into this entrepreneurship. And I think I kind of use my daughter as an example. And, she's a successful entrepreneur, and watching her grow, and all of her friends are kind of latching on to me. So it really did start with young girls in the beauty industry, but now it's anybody that has a hope or a dream. I just want to kind of cultivate it, water it, get you to see it come to life.
Yes, that's amazing. Now let's get into your hair brand. You were named one of the top hairstylists in Atlanta. How does that feel? It's so many hairstylists in Atlanta. So to be named one of the top, that's an amazing accomplishment.
I know. And it's so funny, because when you're doing your passion, the titles don't even matter. You just want to do someone's hair. You want to make them feel good. You want to make them look good. So when I was honored with the Icon Award, which is an award given at the Bronner Bros hair show, it's kind of like our Oscars or something like that, as one of the top hairstylists, a rising icon in the industry. And for me, let me explain that if I can for a second. I was at a place when I didn't know all my dots. They wasn't connecting. So I was doing, competitions. I was traveling, being an educator for a major company. I was teaching in my salon. However, at the same time, I didn't have a clear vision of my next step, because I was in the middle of so many of my visions. Yeah. And so I always say hard work never goes unnoticed. And when I got the letter that I was the recipient and would be honored, I just busted out in tears, because I couldn't believe it. I didn't know that people noticed me. I didn't know that I was being noticed. I was being watched. And I always use that, because when those dots don't connect, things became gray for me. And I'm like, okay, where's my next step? But now that I look back, it's like, I was perfecting my character in a lot of those situations. I was perfecting my skills. I was kind of perfecting a lot of things that kind of made, I guess I kind of walked into that icon or rising icon or best hairstylist. But all of that was preparing me for my character. So it seemed like when that award came, it just kind of put all the dots together, and my puzzle was kind of like completed for this stage, and now it's time to walk in that next phase. Absolutely. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, stay prepared, so when the time arises, you won't have to get prepared. Like you were.
So just because I didn't understand all the dots, I didn't give up on what I was still striving for, which I wanted to be the best. Because I'm like, if you're going to do it right, you got to do it right.
No, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Now, you not only do hair, but you're an educator who travels the world, too. So speak a little bit about that and how it relates to one of your brands that I saw, and it's Stylist Who Brunch. What is that? How did it come about?
It's actually Stylist Who Brunch. Stylist Who Brunch.
Oh, Stylist Who Brunch. Okay.
Yes, and it's a networking event for beauty professionals, and it kind of serves as a platform for mentorship. And actually how it got started, me and my daughter was sitting at home, and because I'm at the show now and I'm this rising icon with all these titles at the hair show, a lot of stylists that was, her age couldn't really get to me. They couldn't touch me. They couldn't, because I'm always at the show, I'm always busy. If I'm having a class, it's getting really full really quickly, and they didn't have a space. And so we were talking one night, and she was like, you should do a mentorship because everybody wants to talk to you. They want to have lunch with you, and they want to spend time with you. And I'm like, really? And she's like, Mom, they want to know what you're doing. They want to know how to run a business. And you got to understand, too, we're dealing with 18-year-old millennials that are already six-figure chicks.
Yeah.
They're making money by selling hair online.
The microblading.
Yes. And they're like between the ages of 18 and 20, 22 or something. So we started that just to serve as a platform for mentorship. So it's always fun and exciting because it's always at a private location, and we don't disclose the location until you purchase your ticket. So that's always exciting because we're always going to a really nice restaurant in whatever city that I'm in. And they blew up really, really fast. Those brunches, they were selling out so quickly, and the demand became high that I started traveling with it, going to different states, because people was like, how can we attend this And we're not in Atlanta, and everybody didn't have a budget to come to Atlanta for a lunch and things like that. But I had people traveling from Canada, LA, Guam. I'm like, are you kidding me? To attend these brunches that were held in Atlanta, you know, once a month. They were coming to attend the brunches. So I decided to kind of identify my market based on my followers, and I started hitting those markets, and those markets sold out. So, you know, with all that, yes, and with all that, and that's really exciting because, again, like I tell people, hard work never goes unnoticed. Just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And because of that, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I was recognized with the key to the city from St. Louis, Missouri, by our mayor.
My goodness.
Yes, by our mayor, because someone nominated me there as well and was like, you know, she's bringing urban stylists together in the community and teaching them how to work together. So that was really an honor. And I went to Louisville, Kentucky, and I got a proclamation for Stylist Who Brunch from the mayor in Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh my goodness. You are
for Stylist Who Brunch. I mean, it's crazy because it's just like, oh my God, this is just an idea, and it's grown. And then for our 1-year anniversary, we got recognized in Atlanta from the Mayor Kasim Reed as well for Stylist Who Brunch. And really that mentorship of bringing beauty professionals together to work together to really have successful businesses and to be successful behind the chair. So, I mean, you know, I just think when you're walking into your passion and your destiny, all that stuff just kind of starts falling in your lap. So I never asked for those, and it's just an honor to be recognized, and people see that and they notice your hard work.
Absolutely. Now speak a little bit about you traveling the world as an educator.
Okay, and that's fun too. Now what I did with that, it kind of, the demand, it's like the people pulled from me and made these businesses pop out of me. And that's kind of how vision is. It's like when people see something, they'll get the vision and run with it. And I was doing the Stylist Who Brunch in city. So Stylist Who Brunch is like a 3-hour event. And I teach business. I really try to focus on business. And what happened was because of that strong demand, and people were like, oh my God, I need a business class. How can you mentor me? How can I, train with you? So I started a coaching program with something I could do over the phone. I said, okay, I can do some calls over the phone. And one thing that I did do, I went and got a certification to be a certified professional coach. So I'm not just a coach to get on the phone and say I'm a coach. I went and got some credentials and training. So that I can really be a certified coach that's equipped to train people, coach and put them on a system and really grow. And with the coaching program, the demand came for education for business courses. You had so many stylists traveling doing hair color classes and hair cutting classes. And I had done that before. I had done that for like 15 years with a major hair company, teaching stylists all over the world hair color. But no one really kind of tapped into that money market for stylists, the business aspect of it. So once again, out of Stylist Who Brunch, it just kind of birthed my business classes, for stylists and coaching and things like that. So, that's kind of how we got into that education part. I just got back yesterday from Birmingham. I was at an event called Jam Session with Kevin Kurt, and I did a business course there. And that class was just slam-packed.
And how can
just teaching people how to run their money.
If someone's interested in hiring you as a coach, what do they need to do?
Well, you could definitely visit my website, which is SheritaCherry.com, and it's called the Achieve Mentor System. And click that link, and it gives you all the information of how it works. I'm also doing and this is another demand, I'm hosting my first ever conference in April. And it's April 22nd and 23rd. It's called The Missing Link.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's going to be really good for hairstylists and beauty professionals and salon owners because it's going to be a 2-day business course on just business. Okay. So we're focusing. I want to train salon owners how to do your interviews, how to handle employee conflict, how to handle employee retention, how to do conflict resolution with your staff, how to create a budget for marketing, budgeting for merchandising. So this is my first conference. It's a business conference, and I'm really trying to focus on setting the stylists and salon owners up to be successful and have profitable salons.
And will it be in Atlanta?
Yes, it will be in Atlanta. Yep, in Atlanta.
Okay, now let's talk about the upcoming Bronner Brothers show. You know, you said it was you guys' Oscars, and I absolutely agree with you. People travel from all over the world to be a part of it. So, what's your role in the upcoming show? Let us know.
It's so funny because with Bronner Brothers, I'm usually serving. I have like 50 jobs in 3 days. It's so amazing. But I usually serve as a consultant, like before we're getting prepared for the show. And then, but this particular weekend, I am a judge, so I'm an international competition judge. So they have competitions for 3 days, and I'm judging the hair competitions alongside Dwight Eubanks, who's also an iconic figure in the beauty industry. So we're judging the hair competitions and, you know, making dreams come true for our competitors. And I also will be doing a health panel for hairstylists. So that's going to be really good because a lot of I had the opportunity to work with the former United States Surgeon General Regina Benjamin.
Okay.
And that was an opportunity. I got through Bronner Brothers with Blue Cross Blue Shield. And what we did was we did a 3-year campaign of how African Americans don't like to have work out. And so they say like 85% of African American women are overweight, but they say 65% say that it's because they don't know how to maintain their hair. So we went on the road with this campaign.
That's so true.
Yeah, so we went on the road with this campaign, and really, she educated on the nutrition value. I educated on the beauty value and how to maintain your look and your hair, but I adopted it in my own personal lifestyle. So that was what was like transforming for me. I was there to do a job, but actually I was transforming myself as well, you know, trying to get fit and getting healthy and really didn't realize how valuable it was. So this year they're doing a health panel, and I will be one of the panelists to talk about, you know, standing on your feet all day and, you know, proper shoes to wear, proper undergarments to wear when you're standing on your feet, all those things that stylists really forget about, but they're very important.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you've been a part of Bronner Brothers for years now. What's been the major growth you've noticed with the show?
Oh, my God. I'm, like, so in love with these millennials because the millennials are, like, they're, like, big risk takers, and they want to see the glam. And I think for Bronner Brothers, it's kind of made them kind of expand their vision and operate outside the box. So they begin to take input from the consumers, consumer stylists, I would say. Whereas before, you know, Bronner Brothers had like a certain, you know, they had their board and different things that they were governed by. But now with the transformation of the millennials, they're learning so much on YouTube. They're also selling hair, starting business. It allowed Bronner Brothers to expand as well in the fact where we do have a section for hair. So people can really come, and if you have your own hair business or hair vendor, they can purchase hair at a wholesale price at a hair show. So it's kind of like I've seen it just kind of evolve and grow with the industry, where some shows that I've been to, they just kind of stay stagnated with the city or with what's already going on. And what I'm, you know, most proud about with Bronner's is they're always receptive to receiving ideas and really trying to grow the show and make sure it brings value to the stylist.
Absolutely. I've never actually had a chance to go to a Bronner Brothers show, but now that I'm in Atlanta, I probably will check it out. I'm excited about it. I've heard great things about it, but I've never had the opportunity to actually go and actually, you know, see a show before.
Oh, yes, and these millennials are coming with it. I mean, they come in their hair laid, they're handling business. I'm always so proud, you know, as I walk by the booth, and they're like, this is my booth, you know, I follow you, and they're like 23. And I'm like, oh, my God, at 23, I was trying to get a job. You know, I don't think I would have taken a big risk to invest, you know, $8,000 to $10,000 in a booth at a show. I was still trying to believe in my own dreams. So these kids are believing in their dream at 14 and 16. By the time they're 18, 20, they got a whole booth, a whole company, everybody in the family working for them. So, you know, I love to see that. I love to see that.
Now, what's one piece of advice you'd give to the young entrepreneur or millennial tuning into the show right now who's on the brink of giving up, Sherita?
Stay focused. Stay focused. I cannot say that enough. Stay focused. And one of my favorite quotes that I always use is, hard work never goes unnoticed. It's not going to come easy. I always tell people, you can't see the Atlantic Ocean from Atlanta. It's impossible. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just like it's just like you have to be in position to see the vision that you want to see. And what I mean by that is people try to see the impossible where they are. And maybe that's not realistic. Maybe that's too big. But see the vision with where you are and get in position to see the vision.
Oh, I like
that. Get
in position. Yes, get in position. Now, you spoke about your conference.
So many people be upset. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm actually going through a stage in my life where, I was just talking to a coworker, and I'm like, I've been praying to God, and I'm like, God, what is next? And I haven't heard anything. And I was like, it's this preparation stage. God is just saying, get prepared for what is to come. So I absolutely agree with you. Get in position. But you spoke a little bit about your upcoming conference. What else do you have coming up for us that you can tell us?
Yeah, let me say something on one thing you just said, where you're like asking God, like, what is it? What is it? And you haven't heard anything yet. And I hear that a lot, and I wanted to say something to you, to your audience pertaining to that, because sometimes when we don't hear, just don't move. And people think that when they don't hear anything, from God, it's like, okay, well, maybe I did something wrong. No, maybe you did something right, but you're not doing it right long enough.
Yeah.
Because we're always looking for mistakes or what we didn't do or what we need to be doing. No, it's like I've trained myself, when I don't hear from God, just stand still. Because the timing is coming. But sometimes you don't hear from God, then you hop on the internet, somebody's already launched their business, then you go force your business to launch, and it's a flop. So no, there's timing for everything. So just to share with your audience on that, when we don't hear, just stand still.
You just inspired. I'm going to sit still. Yes. Seriously, I just had this conversation with somebody. I'm like, God is not answering me right now. It's so frustrating.
Yes, it's just sit still. Yes.
I'm going to sit still. So you talked about your conference. What else do you have coming up for us in 2018 that you can tell us?
Well, a lot of amazing events where we're really going to dig deeper into this money thing. Like you said as earlier, with me, 2017 for me has just really been character building for me, just really putting me on another level of my character, watching things that I say, watching how I say stuff, watching how I do business. So with that being said, I'm really getting ready to get really bold about business with these salon owners. So we have Stylist Who Brunch. We're going to go on tour with that in 2018. So we have a lot of cities lined up for that. So, I want your audience to stay on the lookout for Stylist Who Brunch event. I mean, we're coming in there like a force. I'm coming in like tsunami. I'm trying to tear the place up. I'm going to tear the place up until you get your money right and your finances right. And then the two conferences, the Missing Link Conference, I'm going to do that conference, and then I'm going to do a business training summit in September. It's a tentative date now for September, October. And because my thing is that stylists don't have a problem making money. They make money. It's just they don't get to see it and enjoy it. And what happens when you're making so much money and you're spending so much money, you begin to lose your passion. And then once you lose your passion, now it becomes a struggle, because now you have to work to struggle to make money to pay your bills. So it's no longer a passion anymore. So people, so stylists, I know we make money. That's not the issue. It's just making the money, retaining it, investing it, building, and really building it, and, building your income and your financial portfolio.
Absolutely. And lastly, Sherita, how can our followers just stay in touch with you and your entire movement?
I always tell people all of my social media handles are Sherita Cherry, which is Sherita, and cherry like the cherry pie. That's my real last name, Cherry. And then my website is SheritaCherry.com. I have a link on there when you open it. Yeah, I have a link on there, and it'll give us your email address. So most of all of my events I post on my social media, and I send out to my email followers usually like a day before, and then I open it up publicly. Because the events I'm always going to limited amount, because just when you're teaching money, I need to have their attention. I'm starting off with a really smaller audience, and that's like 50 to 75 people, but they sell out really quick. So I try to give those people, I like to call them my cherry bombs. I like to give them cherry bombs. I like to give them the access first to have the opportunity to buy tickets for 24 hours, and then I open it up to the public, and it usually sells out. So that's why I always encourage people, please get on my email list. Please get on my email list. And again, that's SheritaCherry.com.
Thank you so much, Sherita, for stopping by or calling into B100 World Hit Radio, the day party with yours truly, Kierra M.
Why stay local
From the clubs to the radio to the streets.
when you can go global? We are the all-new B100 World Hit Radio.